Well, everybody, we made it. We're one day away from the start of the 2021 NFL season as the Dallas Cowboys will head to Tampa Bay to take on the defending Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is going to be one hell of a game, and I hope that it's a good one because, especially what happened last year, we need to really see something out of this Cowboys team, Dak will be back. Tyron Smith is back. La'el Collins is back. Sure, Zach Martin probably won't be there. There's a very, very slim chance that he might play. But with all that being said, I'm really excited that Dallas Cowboys football is back. Now, before I go any further into this game preview, if you can leave a like on this video, that'd be greatly appreciated for YouTube's algorithm's sake. On top of that, subscribe if you're new here for this season. I am trying to hit 10,000 subscribers on this channel, so by hitting that subscribe button, it'd be greatly much appreciated. And hit that notification bell as well so you don't miss out on new content. Now, this game is a primetime game. The whole country is going to be looking at it, and it's going to be a Super Bowl feel to it in the sense of the ratings. Whenever the Cowboys play a team that has that high, those high expectations, or rather like those premium teams, they're going to get a lot of ratings. We saw this a couple years ago when the Patriots and the Cowboys played. I want to say that there have been, even in the playoff games, like the Cowboys generate a lot of views, and this is going to be nothing different. But that's something that's besides the point. The main point is what should we expect from this game? Well, I think we know what to expect from the Cowboys offense. Dak Prescott's coming back. The offensive line is very good to go, with the exception of Zach Martin, with the unforeseen circumstance of contracting COVID. But again, it's not like he's out for a long period of time. He's most likely out for this game. But on top of that, you have a plethora of receivers available for Dak Prescott to work with, and Ezekiel Elliott is there. So the Dallas offense pretty much is back intact for 2021, as was, back in 2020. We got a sense of what this offense can do, and some glimpses in 2019. Now, the main question mark is the defense. What are we going to see this time around? And we all know what happened last year with the whole crap fest that was the Dallas Cowboys defense. And it's very important to understand that they have gotten a lot more pieces onto this defense. Now, does it mean that it's going to immediately have a certain impact? No, there's no guarantee that the Cowboys defense is, they're going to have any form of, elite stature to them. But they definitely have room to grow. It's not like last year where you had, a couple young guys, okay, if they can do good, maybe we'll be solid. This time around, the Cowboys have added defensive prospects all across the defense. And with the additions of safeties Malik Hooker and, DeMonte Casey, and, you throw in Keanu Neal. It's this defense looks a lot different from last year. And when you add Dan Quinn into the mix, a guy who's done this before, especially when you've given him the talent, it really shows that Dallas can, in fact, put something together to have a good season. I talked about this in my prediction video. I wouldn't be shocked if the Cowboys did well this year, and I don't think you should be shocked at that either. But with that being said, I think that this defense will be the biggest focal point here. I understand that it's the job of the offense to do their part, and I think that we have those expectations that they will, as we saw what happened last year. But what's important is that defense holds their own, especially with someone like Tom Brady, a guy that's going into his 44th year on this earth and going into his, 21st year in the NFL. That's a lot. And, he started kind of showing signs of regressing a bit, but then he would rebound and could, really take the top off of things. So, Dallas could see something like that maybe. I don't know. I did look up a couple bits of information as I'm looking at here. And we take a look at the Buccaneer sides of things. So Tom Brady is 14-4 in season openers, okay? And when you also look at last year, sure, he didn't win the first game of the season, but that I think that it's a showing case of, okay, he can lose at home. It's in the first game. It's not like it's impossible. Now, As for what they're bringing into this game, they're bringing back everybody from last year. Now, that can be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on how you look at it. I think for the Bucs, it's a good thing. You have Tom Brady. He sets the, tone for that organization. And I think that as long as he does his thing, I think that the Bucs are going to be one hell of a team this year. And I think that this is the litmus test for this team, that being the Cowboys. If you can beat the Buccaneers, the narratives are that Dallas isn't going to win. They're going to not put up a fight. Insert reason here. Okay? And sure, you can say, well, you know what? The Buccaneers have the experience. They have the talent on all sides of the ball. But they make it seem like the Cowboys can't put up a fight either. And I think that's hilarious because we all know what's going to happen. If Dallas happens to beat Tampa Bay, then the narrative is going to be, well, Tom Brady didn't look so good. The team, they're going to make excuses. And that's the part that I don't like about the sports media. But getting back to this game, I think that it's imperative that the Cowboys, on offense, they need to score at will. They cannot they can't do any stupid stuff. I think it's important to see from Kellen Moore some form of creativity, and, he's definitely proven he can be. But at the same time, the pressure continues to mount because, dude, if you have all these weapons, you really need to put something together, and I think he can. So that's important there. As I look at the defensive side of the ball, it's important to bring pressure to Brady. That is his number one weakness. So if the Cowboys can get pressure on that team, they'll be able to win this football game. Now, is it going to be close? Yes. I guarantee you that it's not going to be a whole lot of points. It's going to be it's going to be like a 24-20 type of game to it. And I want us to understand, too, that if we lose, it's not inherently a bad thing either because we have 17 games. We play in a division that isn't particularly well, but that doesn't mean we can take it for granted. Because I did say in my prediction video, do not be shocked if these teams start being competitive. Because that's the nature of the NFC East. So, it's important that we start off on the right foot. And, again, knowing... I do think the Cowboys will beat Tampa Bay tomorrow. I have a feeling they will because of the nature of the NFL, the nature of how the Cowboys do business. Now, again, if we lose, I want us to be clear. I don't want anyone to freak out. That's the main thing. So there's that. Now, is there anything that the Cowboys can do on offense to really put the pedal to the metal versus Tampa Bay? Because they can, and I think that involves, getting your receivers going. And it's going to be, we need to see Zeke really be Zeke. And I understand that, they're going to go into this game knowing that the Cowboys' pass offense is one of the best in the league. They have the best trio of wide receivers in the league, arguably. For me personally, yes. And they got some good tight end threats. And Dak Prescott has emerged as an elite quarterback in this league, and I don't want anyone to think otherwise. Okay? But if Dallas is going to win, and I hate to go back to the run game portion because, again, that can only help you so much. But I think in this game it's going to be impactful, especially if it ends up being a defensive struggle. Zeke really needs to show up in this game, not only in the running game, but in the pass game. So Zeke, I think, is my X factor for this game on offense. Now, for defense, I think that you're going to be looking at Micah Parsons along with DeMarcus Lawrence. Those are the two guys that need to come to... I mean, you can argue everybody needs to come to play, but I'm really hoping that this defense does its part. Because if Dallas's defense can hold the Tampa Bay offense in check, they will win this game. And by a decent margin, too. Now, in terms of bold predictions for the season opener, I have a couple. Starting off on offense, I believe that Dak Prescott will throw 3 touchdowns in this game. That's number 1. Number 2, I think Ezekiel Elliott will rush, or rather, I should say, will have more than 150 all-purpose yards. That's including rushing and receiving. Another offensive prediction for bold stuff. I think that the Cowboys' offensive line only allows 3 sacks, or rather 2, I should say. Considering how this Tampa Bay defense is looked at, I wouldn't be shocked at, that'd be great. And then defensively, I think that Dallas gets 2 turnovers. That's my bold prediction, is they'll get 2 turnovers. I can't speak today. It doesn't matter how. They'll just get 2 turnovers. And then I think that I'm going to go with this bold prediction. I think that Micah Parsons gets the first sack of the season. So, with that being said, I think that pretty much does it. Score prediction, I'm going 31-27 Cowboys. I hope I'm right. I mean, that'd be awesome. But yeah, make sure that you guys like the video, subscribe if you're new, and hit the notification bell. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Alright, boys, girls, ladies, gentlemen, children of all ages, the season is here. I'll catch you guys for my post-game video the day after the game. Alright, have a good one. Bye-bye.